everyone, and welcome to day 19 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got the Howling 1981 movie review. A news reporter goes on a retreat after experiencing a traumatic event. But is this movie's bark worse than its bite? So as far as the story goes, this 1981 horror film directed by Joe Dante, which made one of the best horror comedies, Gremlins, makes this movie 3 years prior, where it creates this idea that werewolves exist, but maybe it's just a myth concocted by a crazy person. This movie definitely stands out among other werewolf movies because of its modern way of handling the horror movie monster. At first, we are made to care for certain characters, and it takes its time to get to know them, which, you know, I actually found really good because I don't see that in movies a lot lately, especially horror movies, because we all know there's gonna be a victim or two in a horror movie. We get to know them through a series of dialogue exchanges that go by pretty quick for the first half of the movie, but once the reporter and her husband check out this resort called the Colony, which doesn't sound sort, creepy enough, they hear howling at night, and yet you feel slightly on edge, but want to know where that's coming from. Now, as far as the casting goes, you've got Dee Wallace, who I most know her from the movie E.T., where she plays Elliot's mom. In this movie, she's really showing that she can pull off this role in a horror movie, because I've literally never seen her in a horror movie before, and the way she reacts sometimes doesn't exactly pan out the way that I was expecting or even wanted to see, because sometimes it didn't exactly make sense, but I think she did a really good job in this movie, as well as Christopher Stone, who plays her husband in this, and he has to deal with a lot of freaky situations as well as. So the things that I liked about this movie was that Joe Dante pays homage to the Wolfman with his camera work and setting a dark tone, which is used in a subtle way along with the gruesome effects that are used when you have these Wolfman people coming out, to the point where sometimes it might look dated, but I guess in this case it worked for this film because, I mean, you can sort of give it a pass because of how much time has gone by. So I wasn't as creeped out watching this movie the whole time, even though there were some unsettling things to look at. But unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie was that there were some slow-moving parts that quite frankly made the movie boring to watch. But there were so many groundbreaking things happening in every scene that it at least kept me interested to wanting to see more, and finding out how it's all going to come to an end, because it was such an interesting story and creatively crafted than I had ever seen, because it kind of reminded me of like the Wolfman version of The Lost Boys. So overall, I would say that I was impressed with this movie for what it was. I don't know if I would ever see it again, but if you're a fan of horror movies or a fan of the Wolfman, you might enjoy this movie. So I would recommend seeing this movie, and I would give this 3.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the Howling 1981, and come back tomorrow for day 20 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Child Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.